Welcome, Mama, to today's yoga class. Today's yoga class is really just about helping your body out, especially in your third trimester when you're having a lot of swelling, maybe some numbing in your legs and your feet. I am almost at 36 weeks, and I'm just really feeling it in my legs, just feeling really swollen. Your body's going through a lot of changes, and today's yoga class will show you a couple different exercises as well as poses to relieve all of that swollenness that it comes with the joy of pregnancy, right? Just one more thing. All right, so if you have a block or if you have a ball, that would be great. And so I like to take my block on the second highest setting. So if your ankles are feeling really tight, kind of lean back and just place that edge on one of your calves, and you can just kind of rock it side to side. You can also place a ball underneath the block and have that block on the lowest setting. And so just kind of start to work your way up and down your calf, just gently massaging. And depending on if you want more sensation, you can lift, kind of really get in there. And then just breathe. So that edge of your block is gently massaging your calf. And it's a gentle one, it's not like too intense. You can move kind of back and forth, getting into the fascia, getting into the ligaments. And then take your time and of course breathe, and when you're ready you can switch. And just nice and slow, like you're windshield wiping your foot, keeping it flexed, moving it side to side. And if you have a block and a ball, you can put the block on the lowest setting, place the block on top of it, and kind of do the same thing. And if you feel like one of those spots that just feels really sticky, pause and kind of hang out there. Again, you can lift your hips and move, just kind of finding that sweet spot of your calf. All right. Great. And then let's come into child's pose. And so you'll want to take your knees wide. So all of these poses are really great for lymphatic drainage. So take your knees wide. Definitely take a bolster, knees wide, toes in, and just let your whole body rest. You can take one cheek to your bolster. And let your whole body be supported here. Close your eyes and breathe into your back. So this pose is not only good just for resting here in yoga, but as you labor, this is a great pose for relaxation during your contractions. And what this is doing is it's also opening up your pelvic floor, softening through your lower back, and just keeping that gentle place for baby. And we'll be here for about 10 breaths. Keeping one cheek to the bolster. Close your eyes and begin to do a relaxation breath. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Exhale through your nose to a count of 8. You might even feel that Ujjayi pranayama, that gentle breath, that victorious breath drag along the backside of your throat, and even warming up the back of your throat, building heat. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, breathe wide into your ribs, into your back lungs. And exhale, soften your shoulders, let your hips get heavy. And then just gently switch sides, switch your cheeks. Just notice where your mind wanders off to. Gently bring it back to your breath to find presence here. And if you have an intention or a mantra that you'd like to repeat with each breath, silently repeating your affirmations of positive birth, of positive pregnancy, and with each breath out, releasing anything that might be in the way of you receiving that. Each breath in, breathe in what you need. And each breath out, surrender and let go. Being very mindful of your body, of any tension that you're holding, and only breathing in positivity, appreciation, and your own strength, and your inner goddess wisdom. Couple more breaths here. Finding that Ujjayi pranayama, that victorious breath, like that Darth Vader breath in the back of your throat, helps to not only bring you back to the present moment and actually kind of warm up a little bit of your organs and your belly. It also creates a little bit of space in your mind, and with the sound of your breath creates calming for you and your baby. It also softens your throat, and having an open throat and relaxed jaw helps to relax your pelvic floor. Okay, come on up and let's find some cat-cow spine. Remove your bolster. Hands come underneath shoulders. Take your time and just let your belly dip. You can drop your head too to relax your shoulders. And just kind of sway side to side, opening up through the outer edges of your hips. Tuck your toes under, soften your belly, inhale, gaze up. And then exhale, untuck your toes, come onto your finger pads, round into cat pose, tuck your chin and tailbone. And let's find 3 more at your own cadence. So this pose is really good for birth too, allowing your sit bones to open, your pelvic floor to relax. And as you round, breathing into your shoulder blades, opening up through your neck and shoulders. All right, and listen to your body, mama. Your body is so wise. So if you need to do some hip circles or rib rolls, just explore here. But stay with your steady breath. Sometimes when we're in the heat of the moment, we forget to be present. We forget that we are very powerful beings. You are a mother, you're growing life, you're growing a miracle. It's so amazing. All right, now tuck your toes. This is called broken toe pose. It's one of my least favorite, but if you're having cramps in your legs, this is the pose for you. Or if you're a runner and you have plantar fasciitis, yes. Okay, so if this is like absolutely too intense, you can elevate your hips, or you can sit on a block or a bolster. You can even bring a bolster underneath as well. Nothing is done gracefully when you're pregnant. So you can sit on a bolster just like this if you'd like. Or you can sit back on your heels. We'll be here for about 5 breaths. And again, you can always elevate your hips and just bring your hands onto your belly. Close your eyes, roll your shoulder blades back, and breathe into the bottoms of your feet. Breathe into your ankles. And just remember, instead of labeling this as painful, see if you can shift your perspective to one of sensation. So just noticing the sensation, breathing into the sensation, just like you would a contraction. Breathing and kind of riding that wave, knowing that this sensation won't last. Okay, one more breath. Open mouth, exhale. Very good. Walk your hands forward. Tap out the tops of your feet. Ooh, okay. And then sit back on your heels if that's available to you. Widen your knees and just get a nice stretch through your ankles. You can always sit on a block or a bolster too if this is too intense. And so now stretching out through the top of your feet and your shins. Roll your shoulder blades back. And if you'd like a shoulder stretch as well, you can fist bump behind your back. Or if it's available to you, take namaste hands, clasping hands together. And then just continue rolling your shoulder blades back, finding length in your spine. Send your breath down into your baby and lengthening all the way up your Sushumna Nadi up through the crown of your head, slight tuck of your chin. One more breath. And if you're not feeling anything like this, I'm feeling it, but if you're not feeling anything, you can lean back, roll your shoulder blades back, and even lift up your knees if you're in that practice, if that's okay for knees. For me, I'm not going there. This is enough. So listening to your body, please. All right, come on up and let's find our way into Malasana, which is a big wide squat here. Take your toes out. Now, mama, just be gentle. If you have lightning crotch, maybe this is a time to sit on a couple blocks. Okay, and this is really a really great pose. One for when you're in labor, for birth. But it's also just strengthening and opening up your pelvic floor. So perhaps you sit on a block or two or a bolster. Turn your toes out and just gently support your knees so they're, your thighs aren't working so hard. So you're pressing away, finding length. You can also have hands to heart if your legs are okay with this. If this is just like, the legs are doing their own thing, just support your knees gently open and draw your shoulder blades back, find some length, and just gently close your eyes. If you feel any cramps, then you can just come onto your seat and bring your feet together, knees open. And we'll be here for 5 breaths together. Okay, so inhale, lengthen through your crown. And then open mouth, exhale, sigh it out through your mouth. This time, inhale. Flutter your lips. One more just like that. Inhale. And then flutter your lips. And 2 more breaths at your own pace. You can also do lion's breath. Stick out your tongue. And just gently clearing and opening up your throat. Relax your jaw. And last one, exhale. All right. Take a very gentle forward fold. So hands come down. Widen your feet. And maybe your knees bend. You can also take your blocks, stacking them on top of each other, and just gently rest your forehead. Okay. And you can bend your knees here too. So any kind of inversions are really good for lymphatic drainage. Relax your shoulders. Breathe up and down into your hamstrings, releasing any tension in your sacrum. And of course, you don't have to have these blocks. If it feels okay, you can remove them. But, notice what's going on with your belly if this becomes too intense. Support yourself how you need to. A few more breaths. Relax your head. Let your head drop. You can also take your hands, clasp them behind your neck. All right. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, bow. All right, come on down to a seat. I don't have a lot of wall space in my house, so I'm just going to use this. But imagine if you have a wall even better. So we're just going to do legs up the wall. And ideally, I like to have my hips supported. So if you have a big bolster like this, that's great, even like a firm pillow. So the question is how to gracefully get on top of this. No graceful way, right? So you'll just come on up, have a seat on it. Oh yeah. And then lie to the side. And then find your way all the way down on your back. So this is kind of like a supported bridge pose. So ideally you've got a wall where your legs can go up. Okay? Roll your shoulder blades together and down. So ideally your legs are going up the wall and are supported by the wall. And this pose is really good because, you know, our blood volume, I think it doubles. I mean, we're carrying a lot of weight. We're also holding a lot of excess fluid. We're growing a baby and a placenta. I mean, our bodies are working really, really hard. So it's hard to pump that blood back up. So if you have numbness in your legs and your feet and you're swollen, this is an amazing pose for this. Just to help with the circulation. Allowing gravity, the inversion of gravity, to do the work. And even here you can flex and point your toe, gentle circles. So again, ideally, you're doing this against the wall so that your feet and legs are supported. And also this is kind of like a supported bridge too. So this helps to kind of alleviate the pressure that is often put on our sacrum by our baby and our placenta. Couple more breaths here. You can stay here for as long as you like. You can also slide your legs open against the wall and stretch out through your groin. Keep flexing and pointing your toes. So you choose what shape, either legs up the wall or open, for your next 5 or so breaths. Notice those areas of sensation that are feeling a little tighter, feeling a little tenser. Use your breath to soften the edginess of those sensations, even to soften the edginess of your mind. Right? This practice of yoga, of being with sensation, being with uncomfortableness, and instead of letting ourselves get traveling down that rat hole of our mind and our judgment and our fears, of just being with what is, breathing through it and knowing that this will pass. And this will help with your surge breathing when you're in labor, that each contraction, you're one step closer to meeting your baby. Okay. Now, legs are on the wall, ideally, and then you're going to come into Malasana again on the wall. So feet will come on the wall. I'm just going to place my feet on my couch. And you're kind of pressing against the wall. You can even bring your hands here or even relieve your lower back by pressing your thumbs into your hip creases and just kind of rock your head side to side, relax your neck. We'll just be here for a few breaths. You can also bring your hands underneath your thighs for support. Again, at any time if you feel lightheaded, then just come out of this pose. 3 more breaths. Find that full body breath. Breathe down into your pelvic floor. Breathe down into your lower belly and your heart and chest, and then exhale completely. So you're breathing that diaphragm breath, really expanding into your belly and your lower back. And exhale completely without any force, just ease. Okay, very slowly bring your knees together. How to gracefully get out of this? Never. Take your time. Nice and slow, roll over. If you need to pause here for a little bit you can. And when you're ready, gently come up. We're going to close with a final pose of supported Supta Baddha Konasana. So let's see. You're going to take your blocks into an L shape or a T shape. So one block is at the highest setting. The other block is at the second highest setting. And you'll take your bolster at a diagonal here. Actually, this will go lower. Lowest setting and highest setting, okay. So you're kind of creating like a little bit of a T or an L. Actually, it's an L. Obviously, I can't spell right now. And then you'll have this at a diagonal. Bring your booty to the ground, sacrum to the edge. And either, if this doesn't feel good to go back, if it's too straining on your core, you can roll to the side and then roll to the back. Otherwise, take your time nice and slow and find your support here. So back is supported, head is supported. And then bring your feet together into a little butterfly shape. Roll your shoulder blades together and down. And let your palms face up. And if this is not comfortable for your hands, you can bring a pillow or a block underneath each hand. And butterfly pose in general is really good for your pelvic floor. Just relaxing and opening. Relaxing and opening up your psoas. And then from here, close your eyes. Take a moment to scan your body. This will be our last and final shape. Relax your feet and relax your knees. Relax your hips. And let go of any kind of controlled breath. Just find a nice gentle flow. And just like the waves of the ocean pull sand from the beach, only to return it again, allow your breath to do the same. Breathe in what you need, how you want to feel. And then breathe out, release any tension, any thoughts that aren't serving you, any fear. And same thing goes when you're in labor, just riding those waves of each contraction, remembering that each contraction is bringing you closer to meeting your baby. Relax your hands and soften your jaw. Unhinge your jaw and relax your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Soften your cheeks and your eyes. And bring your hands to your belly, your baby, and one on your heart. Just place your hands on your body where it feels comfortable. Taking a moment here for gratitude. Thanking your body for all of the hard work it does. Thanking your baby for growing. And thanking yourself for doing this work of being present, honoring yourself, and meeting yourself exactly where you are, giving yourself a lot of patience, grace, and love. Gently rest here for as long as you'd like. And when you're ready, bring both hands on top of your heart. You can still stay in the shape or rise up to a seat. Take a deep breath in Open mouth, exhale, relax and release. Gently bow into your heart, honoring yourself and honoring this practice that guides you home to yourself. You have the power, the beauty, the radiance, and the grace to set your attitude for each day, to be present and aware for each moment. Bring hands to your heart, and we'll close with one Om. Oming is also really, really relaxing for your baby and also really great for opening up through your throat chakra when you're giving birth. So sound is very important when you're in labor. So let's Om together. Inhale. And gently turn the corners of your lips into a smile and bring your hands to your third eye. May your thoughts be clear, steady, and present. Hands to your lips. May your words be kind and compassionate. Hands to your heart. May your heart remain open and grateful, and know that all of the answers lie within you. Mama, you are wise, you are beautiful, you are a goddess. You can do this. The light in me bows and honors the radiant and divine light within you. Namaste.